Hello everyone and welcome to Barca News. It's September 3rd, 2022 and Marcos Alonso has been officially announced as a Barcelona player. Also, Atletico de Madrid are still trying to avoid paying Barcelona for Antoine Griezmann, and Barcelona's former presidents Sandro Rosell and Josep Maria Bartomeu could be facing prison sentences in regards to corruption and fraud. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, before we begin with the news, I would like to announce that the Barcelona jersey raffle has been officially closed and a winner has been chosen. Now I have contacted the winner directly, and if they give me permission, I will announce their name in my next video. So congratulations to the winner and make sure you check your messages so you can claim your prize. Now I'll begin with the news that Barcelona defeated Sevilla 3-0 at the Sánchez Pizjuán in their fourth La Liga match. Now this was a challenging match for Barcelona, who were able to keep their undefeated streak in La Liga. Now I will review this match briefly at the end of this video, so make sure you watch all the way through for all my thoughts and opinions in regards to the match against Sevilla. Now Barcelona's two newest signings, Marcos Alonso and Héctor Bellerín, were not included in today's squad, given that they have only trained once with the team. Now in regards to Marcos Alonso, Barcelona have officially announced the signing of the Spanish defender, and he will join Barcelona on a one-year contract until the summer of 2023 with a 50 million euro clause. Now Barcelona were unable to register Marcos Alonso prior to the closing of the summer transfer market, and Chelsea agreed to rescind Alonso's contract so he can arrive as a free agent. Now, per the FIFA rules, if a player is a free agent, the club can register him after the closing of the transfer market, and Barcelona have officially registered Marcos Alonso with La Liga. Now, Alonso will be arriving to reinforce the left-back position, and he's expected to compete with Alejandro Balde for that position, given that Xavi is not too convinced with Jordi Alba's performance. Now, Marcos Alonso has been described as a complete player who can play as a defensive fullback in the line of four, and he can also play as an offensive wingback in the line of three center-back defenders. Now, as we've seen, Xavi likes to alternate between a 4-3-3 formation and a 3-4-3 formation, so Marcos Alonso should fit right in both formations. Now Marcos Alonso also has a good burst of speed that allow him to transition from defense to offense and help the team attack, and he can also then transition back from offense to defense if the team is caught in a counter attack. Now Marcos Alonso is also a free kick specialist, and he was the corner taker in Chelsea. Now Marcos Alonso was interviewed upon his arrival in the Barcelona installations, and he spoke about how there were talks and chances back in the past for him to join Barcelona, but those chances never materialized, and he's happy now that he's finally been able to join Barcelona, and he considers this as the next step in his career. Now, Marcos Alonso also spoke about him being happy joining the team where his father is a legend, Marcos Alonso Sr., and he said that he wants to contribute to the team, especially with his experience, and that he's very familiar with some of the Barcelona players because he has played with them in the Spanish national football team. Now in regards to Héctor Bellerín, he was announced and registered prior to the closing of the summer transfer market, and he too made some statements in regards to his arrival in Barcelona. Now Bellerín stated that he was very happy to be back at home, and he considers that it was important for him to play La Liga last season where he was on loan in Real Betis. Now the club are very optimistic that Bellerín will fit right in the squad, given that he's started his career at Barcelona Academy, where he spent 9 years prior to him joining Arsenal. Now with the incorporation of Barcelona's two newest signings, the club have released the official jersey numbers for the 2022-2023 season. Now Héctor Bellerín has taken over Serginho Dest's number, which is the number 2. Ferran Torres, of course, has been given the number 11, which we discussed previously. Memphis Depay has been officially given the number 14 after he gave up the number 9 to Robert Lewandowski. Marcos Alonso has been given Aubameyang's former number, which is the number 17. And Jules Koundé has been given Samuel Umtiti's former number, which is the number 23. Now on to the news. The Atletico de Madrid are still trying to avoid to pay Barcelona for Antoine Griezmann. Now, as I reported previously, Griezmann is on a 2-year loan with Atletico de Madrid, and in his contract there's a clause that if he plays 45 minutes or 50% of all the matches that he's available for, then Atletico de Madrid will be forced to pay Barcelona 40 million euros for Antoine Griezmann. Now, Antoine Griezmann played 45 minutes of 83% of all the matches that he was available for during the first season, and he only has a few matches left for that clause to be triggered. Now, Atletico de Madrid are trying to avoid triggering that clause, and they've only been playing Antoine Griezmann for 30 minutes during each La Liga match so far. It's now being reported that Atletico de Madrid are currently trying to negotiate with Barcelona a lower price for Antoine Griezmann, and it's also being reported that Atletico de Madrid had offered to pay Barcelona to take Antoine Griezmann back because they no longer want the French player. Well, the Barcelona legal department are now investigating possible legal actions against the Madrid-based club, given that they're trying to avoid to trigger that clause by only playing Antoine Griezmann for 30 minutes at a time. Now on to the news that Barcelona's former presidents Sandro Rosell and Josep Maria Bartomeu could be facing prison sentences if they're found guilty in the trial involving the Neymar case. Now, when Barcelona acquired Neymar in 2013, the Barcelona president was Sandro Rosell and his vice president was Josep Maria Bartomeu. Now, at the time, Neymar was playing at the Brazilian club Santos, and Santos owned 55% of rights in Neymar, and another Brazilian company called DIS owned 40% of Neymar's rights. Now, given this percentage of rights, Santos would have been entitled to 55% of any fee that Barcelona would have paid for Neymar, and DIS would have been entitled to 40% of any fee that Barcelona would have paid. Now, at the time of the signing of Neymar, Barcelona paid a 17 million euro fee, which entitled Santos to a 9.4 million euro cut. But it appears that Sandro Rosell and Josep Maria Bartomeu arranged to pay Santos more money behind everyone's back, and it seems that Santos ended up making 23 million euros instead of the 9.4 million euros that they were supposed to receive. Now, DIS has brought this case to the prosecutor's office because they allege that they're owed more money since Barcelona paid more money than what was disclosed in the contracts and in the paperwork. Now, the prosecutors are currently asking for prison sentences for both Rosell and Bartomeu, and Neymar is also implicated, and he too could be facing financial fines and prison time. Now, Santos are currently on the hook for 2.7 million euros that they owe the Spanish government in taxes that they tried to avoid paying. Now, speaking of taxes, it's reported that the Brazilian club Palmeiras are in favor of Endrick joining a different league than the Spanish one because they too are trying to avoid paying the high taxes that the Spanish government requires. Now, as I reported previously, Endrick is a 16-year-old prodigy that currently plays at Palmeiras, and he turned 16 last month, which allowed him to sign a professional contract with the Brazilian club. Now, having signed this professional contract, it has opened the door for other clubs to negotiate a future contract with him. However, per the rules, Endrick will not be able to leave to Europe until he turns 18. Now, since the doors have been open for negotiations, all the major clubs in Europe are currently fighting for Endrick, including Barcelona and Real Madrid. Now, it's reported that Palmeiras would favor Endrick going to a different league than La Liga because they don't want to pay the high taxes that the Spanish government requires, because that would mean that they would earn less money off the transfer of this young player. Now, we will end today's video with a brief review of today's match where Barcelona defeated Sevilla 3-0 with goals from Rafinha, Robert Lewandowski, and Eric Garcia. Now, this was a challenging match against a difficult opponent in a difficult stadium where Sevilla were expected to come out swinging right off the bat, given that they've had a difficult start to La Liga. Now, this expectation became a reality right away, and Sevilla maintained a high pressure during the first 20 minutes of the first half, where they created a lot of chances and a lot of danger, and they even scored a goal that fortunately for Barcelona was disallowed because of offsides. Now, thankfully, the team were able to score a goal where Dembélé led the attack, and he snuck a pass through Robert Lewandowski, who chipped it over the goalie. However, Sevilla's defense were able to clear it off the line. Unfortunately, Rafinha was there to push the ball in the back of the net. Now, with Barcelona's first goal, the team were able to regain control of the match, and as the time passed by, Sevilla began to fall apart, especially as Barcelona scored their second and their third goals. Now, one of the highlights of the match was MarcAndresegen, who once again had a brilliant performance where he had key saves that changed the outcome of the match. Now, this is the third clean sheet for MarcAndresegen, and it's the fourth brilliant performance that he's had in La Liga, and I can confidently say that the old MarcAndresegen, who was once one of the best goalkeepers in the world, is officially back. Now, as I reported previously, MarcAndresegen's form had declined during last season because he had a knee injury that caused him a lot of pain and discomfort, and it also prevented him from doing weight training, which affected his mobility and his strength. Now, thankfully, MarcAndresegen underwent a procedure for his knee at the end of last season, and he's also undergone a special physical therapy session and weight training session, which has improved his mobility and his strength, and this has been very evident all through the 4 La Liga matches so far, where the German goalkeeper has been in incredible form. Now, another highlight of the match was Eric Garcia, who once again had a brilliant performance where he was very solid defensively, intercepting the ball, winning duels, and contributing to the attack, including scoring Barcelona's third goal. Now, Eric Garcia, in my opinion, has been the best center back in Barcelona this far this season, and he left the match at the 60th minute due to some discomfort and pain, but hopefully this is not a serious injury and Eric Garcia could continue this great season. Now, Jules Koundé also had a brilliant performance where he showed us that the 50 million euro investment in him, it was worth it, and he showed us that not only is he strong defensively, but he is brilliant offensively, where he was constantly attacking and pushing forward with the ball, breaking lines, combining well with his teammates, and he even provided 2 assists. Now, Gabi did once again what he always does in each match. He was all over the field, he was contributing to the attack, he was coming back and defending, he was winning duels in the midfield, and he ran so much that we even saw him cramp up towards the end of the match, because Gabi always gives us 120% of every match that he plays in. Now, Rafinha scored his first official goal with Barcelona in La Liga, and he was involved in the build-up of the other 2 goals. Now, Robert Lewandowski did what he always does, which was score goals, and he scored Barcelona's second goal, and he could have scored also Barcelona's first goal, but unfortunately for him, it was cleared by the defense at the line. Now, overall, this was a challenging match for Barcelona, who were overwhelmed during the first 20 minutes of the match, but thankfully they were able to pull together and regain control of the match and give us another victory and another 3 points in the tally. Now, Barcelona's next opponent is Victoria Pilsen in the Champions League. That's only 4 days away, and the next match will be an away match against Elche in La Liga on Saturday. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I'd like to invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I would like to invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video, and as always, Visca Barça.